What a awkward feeling this must be for him now, competing for the Fighting Irish, and we are underway.
No, I don't think he views it as awkward. I think he views it as a chance to show his former teammates that he made the right choice going to South Bend. He's an outstanding runner and potentially a great 1,200-meter leg, since he's been so good at both the 800 and the mile. And towards his end of his Virginia Tech career, they started moving him up into events like the 3,000. That may have cost him, because that may be the reason why he went to South Bend. Maybe he doesn't like to run 3K. But he's got great range, is my point. So don't count him out, and don't think it's a step down from the team that ran last week. Now Virginia Tech takes the lead, which is what you'd expect. They're aggressive when they run on their home track. And then hit number 7 is NC State. That's Brett Gardner, another freshman. We have had a lot of freshmen out here tonight trying to show what they can do. And here comes the Wake Forest runner, Tewalt, into there. So it's a tight pack up front. You see Georgia Tech getting pushed around a little bit. We are 58.6 at the 400 meters, 58.6. So again, you're going to try and run in the mid-250s if they can. Fleming out front for Tech. Ben Fleming, he's a junior for the Hokies. Bashir Massavel-Low, who was Fleming's teammate for many years, is now his opponent.
3 laps to go, and it is Fleming of Virginia Tech. Fleming, Patrick Forrest, Christian Jackson, Antonio Lopez Segura.
After going out in 58.6, 127.9 at 600. So they're on pace to run about 255.
Fleming continues to maintain his lead as they get around the corner. This is a physical race. There can be contact, especially early on. Take a look at the back end here toward the middle of the pack. You see some jockeying for position, throwing a couple of runners off stride.
Yeah, that's fairly typical indoors. They're not going to raise a flag on that one. That's just what indoor running is. And Fleming now asserting himself, taking the lead, but Bashir's going to hang with him. He's determined. In fact, I put my money on Bashir here down the stretch to show a little bit of South Bend love over to Blacksburg.
200 meters to go. Fleming 1, Massavello 2. North Carolina State sitting 3rd.
Massavello is going to wait to the final backstretch, and then he's going to make his move. Can Fleming hold him off? And here's State's Carson also getting in the mix. 240 low at 100 meters to go. This is going to be a fast leadoff. Fleming going to his arms. Massavello, it's going to be super tight.
And it will be Virginia Tech with the lead. The Hokies, Patrick Forrest. Notre Dame coming in number 2 with Max Fry. And Virginia sitting 3rd, 255.57.
254.93 officially for the Virginia Tech leadoff. And Virginia's in there too. Look at their quarter miler asserting himself into the 2nd position. Tech slips to 3rd. The quarter leg is making a difference here.
That's Jay Pendarvis for the Cavaliers, number 2, but make no mistake about it, Max Fry, your leader from Notre Dame.
Now Max Fry was one of the 2 runners that was on that fantastic 9:21 at the track at the Wilson Invitational. And here we go. Zona.
Vincent Zona, your 3rd leg for Notre Dame. Virginia number 2. Virginia Tech has fallen way back.
The Clemson 400 leg, no. Max Fry of Notre Dame, the split was 48-37. So they actually ran the quarter leg faster in the slow section. Here's the exchange. Oh.
Like he tweaked something.
Yes, he might have tweaked Fleming may have tweaked his hamstring towards the end, which allowed a lot of people to move ahead of him, and right now Virginia Tech's got a ways to make up. They're sitting in 5th place.
Well, that might impact the Hokies. They were hoping to get points from Patrick Forrest. We'll see if he's able to come back and go.
And here comes the Virginia runner into the lead. That is Liam Bellamy, another freshman. Man, we've seen a lot of freshmen tonight. Liam Bellamy for Virginia, followed by Zona of Notre Dame. That's Vincent Zona. He's a senior. And then NC State just refuses to go away. Zach Hughes, the freshman from NC State. So we got 2 of the 3 leaders are freshmen battling out here on this fast-heated DMR. Tech is closing back into the race. They're in 5th.
Christian Jackson moving up, trying to get Virginia Tech back in at this event. So much history in the ACC. Notre Dame won an NCAA title, an indoor championship back in 2019.
The volume on the backstretch is outstanding right now. And here comes NC State. Virginia in the lead. NC State just back of Notre Dame. But look who's ranked for Notre Dame. The #1 collegiate miler, the record holder. He's run 3:54 in the indoor mile. He's the collegiate record outdoor in the 1,500 meters, and he's just taken the lead. Yared Nuguse. That split for Virginia, 151.71. The Notre Dame split, 152.59. The NC State split, 151.03. Some other fast splits in there too. There's a couple 150s, but a really good 800 leg. But all for naught. Nuguse has got the lead. He's the only race he's running here in these championships. That's because Notre Dame has eyes on potentially competing in 3 events at the NCAAs in 2 weeks. And if he can take a nice leisurely stroll like this, that's all he needs to do. He just needs to get 10 points for the Fighting Irish.
Yared Nuguse, your leader for Notre Dame. Really become the face of the sport in the distance races, what he has been able to do, representing at the U.S. Olympic trials this past summer in a 55 flat for Nuguse.
Yeah, that's flying. 55 flat will get you a 340 if you can hold that pace. Obviously, that's not going to happen, but he is serious about putting this away early. Nuguse is so capable of running very, very fast. He's one of the best in the world. He's gotten a lot better since he's been to Notre Dame. Big credit to Coach Sean Carlson and their whole staff. Now the question remains, can Virginia Tech make it a little bit closer? They're in 2nd now, so at worst, this is a loss of 2 points. They were actually, it's exactly what they were projected to be, 2nd. So the distance medley is holding up to form, with Notre Dame in 1st and Virginia Tech in 2nd.
You look at the career of Yared Nuguse. Not only has he dominated on the track, he has a 3.8 GPA in biochemistry, a minute 54 for Nuguse.
So here's the contrast, right? Virginia Tech's anchor, Antonio Lopez Segura, he has run 3:56. That's not too shabby either. And of course, they're trying to win the team title, which is not necessarily in Notre Dame's list of accomplishments for the weekend. So he may chase Nuguse hard, but the question is, he's got to come back. That is the Virginia Tech anchor, Lopez Segura. He needs to come back in the mile and potentially the 3,000 as well, whereas Nuguse is done for the weekend after this carry. So, it almost may be wise for Jared to chill a little bit and take the secure 8 points. Interesting.
So many records for Nuguse. He broke the NCAA 3,000-meter indoor record, a 7:38.13. What hasn't he done?
Segura, though, trying to make it interesting. He's closed the gap to 10 meters, and he's continuing to move on Nuguse. Again, I can't imagine Nuguse not being able to lift at will. But to be honest, Segura looks better right now. Very dramatic finish here between 2 of the 3 best milers in the ACC. The very best in collegiate track, the leader, Yared Nuguse of Notre Dame. Looking a little tired. He may have worked out really hard, too. We don't know.
The bell rings, and here we go. Will Notre Dame knock off Virginia Tech?
Segura with the crowd behind him. And again, a 3:56 miler. No shabby runner. Here he's digging down. He's moving on the backstretch. There's about 100 meters to go. Segura digging.
Around the corner, getting ready to enter the straightaway, and Nuguse stumbles! Yared Nuguse goes down, and it will be Lopez Segura for Virginia Tech. Oh my, what a turn of events.
The crowd here is loving this. Okay, the split for our Virginia Tech anchor, 3:57.43. Nuguse, a respectable, highly respectable 4 flat 89. There was another 4 flat in the race. The Wake Forest anchor ran 4 flat 84. The NC State anchor 4:01.64. So plenty of good miling on the end. But Virginia Tech Hokies closing the deal at the end. I told you that Yared looked a little tired at the end, and it was just enough that he got a little woozy on that last turn, and it cost him, falling down.
You could see the shock in Lopez Segura's face as Yared Nuguse went down.
He did,
and then the straightaway was his. I mean, he was processing it as it happened real time. Take a look at Nuguse right there, just could not keep his balance. That forced Lopez Segura to go way wide near the cones. And he had to turn around just to make sure Nuguse didn't pop back up. He wasn't sure how far a lead he had.
He actually is showing him some respect here, but because he jogged that last stretch. I mean, he ran 3:57 with a walk the last 50 meters. Incredible. He is a force to be reckoned with as well. And I think that's got to send a chilling message to the other mile competitors who are going to have to deal with them the next 2 days here at the ACC indoors.
And right now the concern for Notre Dame, obviously, is to make sure Nuguse is all right. And judging by the smile and his reaction, he appears to be okay.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. And here we get one more look at the fall. As you can tell, he's just tired. And he hits the rail. He hits the rail on the track, stumbles, and when you're running 4 flat speed, it's not easy to just recover. And the momentum took him down.
Boy, I'm glad he got up. You hit that rail. I've seen runners roll some